I've been to this Goodwill 3 different weeks in a row. Every time I went, I found something good. So today I'm going to show you what I found each week and which pieces are going into my newly remodeled dining room. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed is this set of beautiful brass candlesticks. I already own a whole set like this that I got at Salvation Army, but those were just too good to be true. So I was definitely looking at those. And then I wanted to check out this basket that I felt like could work really good as a pet bed because it was lower in the front. And this little thing here stole my heart. This little trinket box or jewelry box. I'm not really sure what exactly the technical term for this is, but it definitely got my attention. I just love that old kind of vintage look about it. So I was definitely trying to check that over and just see what in the world could I use this for because I loved it that much. And then I spotted this vintage rug, and I'm sorry I didn't get a good clip of this, but I did pull it out and look at it, and they wanted over $20 for it, so I had to leave that behind. Y'all find some good stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw you had a moderate haul.
I did. I got a lot of medals. That's been my theme lately. So here's a few of the items that I picked up from this first week thrifting at the Goodwill. I picked up 4 of these brass candlesticks because who can leave a solid brass candlestick behind? I don't know about you, but I have a hard time doing that. So I did bring home 4 of these at $1.69 a piece, and I'm sure that I will find a home for them somewhere. And then this little vintage jewelry box, knick-knack box, like I don't even really know what this thing technically is, but I absolutely loved it. So for the price, I thought it was worth it to bring it home because if I know myself well enough, I'll find a place and a use for it. I mean, look at the little feet on this. And it was only $2.69. I am obsessed with this little piece. I love it very, very much. All right, let's go take a quick glance. And whoop, see what they got. So yes, this is the second week that we are back in the same Goodwill. This is the Goodwill that is local to me and that is right beside my Goodwill bins. So after leaving the Goodwill bins, I've been kind of hopping over here just to see what they have. And they are really good about bringing out new carts full of merchandise. So that's the first thing that I decided I wanted to do on this day is go over to this cart and see what all they had just brought out from the back. There wasn't a whole lot on the cart that I was interested in, but I did spot a few of these like spring type pictures with the little birds. And then I pick up one here in just a minute that has like a little potted plant on it. I thought that those were really cute and somebody is going to really enjoy those. I was checking out these Nike tennis shoes for one of my son-in-laws, but the size was not going to fit either one of them. So I left those behind, but all of our little kids have a pair of Nike shoes just like that. So I thought it was kind of fun to see the adult size. I am on the hunt for a little cloche that I can put over a set of my butter pats. I've been collecting butter pats for quite a while and I've been able to purchase some over the last year and I'm excited about that. I have a big enough stack that I think I can put some underneath a cloche like that. However, that one was just not exactly what I wanted. Lots of little trinket shelf sitters out here today. I'm just taking a peek at a few of these items. And then I came across this little, what do you call this? Like where they're stacked in there together. So there's like a bigger size and then a smaller size. I thought these would be really good for some kind of little storage. It was only $2.69 for those, that set of 2. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then I saw this little coffee grinder. I don't know if it was just decor or what, but it was definitely broke. And then this vase right here reminded me of a lot of the cabbage leaf dishes that you see out in the stores, like at Hobby Lobby and Target and different high-end stores. It really did look like some of that cabbage leaf pattern to me. This is a beautiful little brown bowl. I absolutely love this style of stuff. It's just very country, very nostalgic to me because I grew up with stuff like that. And it's just so funny that I am going back to that kind of decor that I actually grew up with. And I think it's just because it brings me comfort, it brings me peace and joy. And then look here, y'all, I actually found one of these clocks with the perfect size little cloche on it. Now, this is plastic, but I really don't care. I'm really thinking that I might be able to take this clock off and still use the base to put some of my butter pats on. I don't know. I'm definitely putting that in my buggy, and I'm going to think about it. Y'all will see here shortly whether or not I decided to get that, but definitely it is the exact size, excuse me, that I was looking for. Lots of good baskets here too. So this was a very good sized basket, a very sturdy basket, but I put that one back because I spotted this one out of the corner of my eye and it is definitely more my style. It is the perfect size. It is the perfect color. I love everything about this. Definitely my style of basket right here. I was trying to take the liner out and then I realized that the price tag was on it. So I quit trying to untie that so that I could go take this to checkout and have the price tag on it. So the reason that I am looking at some of these glass vases is for my daughter Elizabeth. Her boyfriend has bought her a couple of different sets of flowers here recently, and she does not have a very good sized glass vase to put them in. So I was kind of looking those over and taking pictures and sending them to her because I thought she might could use one of those for some of those flowers that he's been getting her recently. So this little pot here, I think would be so cute to use to like melt down candles to make your homemade candles with, or to even put like some potpourri in, like a homemade mix potpourri or something like that. The only drawback to this little pot right here for me was the pink flowers. So I would have got tired of those really quick, but I can promise you if the flowers on that would have either been green or blue, I probably would have purchased that. And then look at this huge cookie jar. I could just tell by looking at this that it was something good, something substantial. And look, online they are selling it used for $58. It was not my style, but it definitely could have been painted and turned into a planter, or you could have used that in your laundry room for your laundry powders or pods or anything like that. I did think it was a beautiful piece. It's just not necessarily my style. Yeah, they had it marked for a pretty good price here at my local Goodwill. And y'all know we're going to stop and look at these dishes because with my newly remodeled dining room, I believe I'm going to move my corner hutch in there, and I am wanting to bring in lots of blues for the spring and summer. Right before I got ready to leave the dish section, I noticed these beautiful false craft plates with the blue pattern on them, and I fell in love. They don't have a whole lot back here in this furniture room, but I did see this piece for $59. That's a pretty cool piece. It's not old or anything, but, and then I saw this for $49. It's almost in the shape of like a lighthouse. It does look older. I'll stand back where y'all can see both of them. Pretty cool, huh? Then they have just a bunch of desks and some things in boxes. I'm not sure what some of this is, but just some really big furniture up here too. Not a lot going on in here. They must have cleaned all this out. So here's some of the items that I picked up from the Goodwill thrifting trip on week 2. This little brown, I guess you call it a bowl. I don't know. That's what I'm going to call it. It has the most beautiful little scalloped edges on it, and I thought it was super precious for only $1.69. I thought that this would work really great for us to hold some of our chicken eggs. Then I spotted these beautiful false craft plates here with the blue pattern on the front and fell in love. I actually have a table runner or a little pitcher, I believe, with this same pattern on it. And so I just had to have it. So these are going to go in our newly remodeled dining room. I believe on my corner hutch is where I'm wanting to put them just to bring in some of that blue color. So yeah, I was super excited about those. And yes, this is a project piece. So I brought this home to see if I could work on this to use it to put my butter pats in. My goal is to keep the base and the top and just kind of gut the these pieces here that I'm pointing at, and hopefully just kind of have a flat surface there to put my butter pats, and then be able to put the cloche back on top. I don't know. We will see how that all works out. If the base just does not work out for me, the cloche is going to be the perfect size, and I can use a little plate or a saucer. It's going to be gorgeous. And then this is just a fun piece. So a fun pieces, I should say. So I got this because it just makes eating healthy more fun. You can put some of your sauces on these and then put them on your plate, like put mustard on one side, barbecue sauce on the other side, or just whatever you're using. I just thought that those were fun for $1.69. So I grabbed that little 3-pack of those. And then yes, I did bring home this beautiful basket because it fits my style and my decor so well. As you can see, there is some black behind me. I am going to get rid of that little liner piece because I did not want that. I do need to give this thing a good bath because it is dusty. So I do have plans for this. I want to use this in our newly remodeled laundry room. Right here, we are going to be putting 2 shelves, one right on top of the other, but you know, with plenty of space in between. And I think I want to put this one on the top, and I can use it for storage. Third day's a charm. Let's go in here and see what we can find. As soon as I get here, you notice they have a fresh cart pulled out, and I really regret not getting this little bread warmer because I thought that would be fun just to see how that actually worked. I've never had one of those, but I do make homemade bread all the time, and I think that would have been a fun piece to have. But sadly, I did end up putting this back, and I think it's maybe because I got distracted by this beautiful little sled over here, sled, whatever, and I could not help myself. I was like, oh my goodness, look how beautiful this is. I really believe this probably came from somewhere expensive. It just looks like it did. It does have a little bit of staining here on one side, and it looks like maybe it's missing something across the front. I'm not really sure, but I snatched that thing up so fast. I think it is so beautiful. And I'm just probably going to put that up in storage for Christmas. I definitely wanted to check out this little cabinet because I'm a person that is obsessed with little cabinets and such, but it was kind of like plastic and not really good quality. So I just moved on because they've yet again brought out another fresh cart. So I wanted to go over there and check that out. Look at this little cutting board. Why did I leave this? It is brand new, still in the package, and that's probably why, because I like for my cutting boards to be like kind of old and used up a little bit, because I do use them more so for decor. These little dishes here were fun. These little Corel, I don't even know, saucers or little bowls. I don't even know, like dip bowls or something. Yeah, I thought that those were really pretty for spring and summer. Somebody's going to get them a good little deal with those. And then this little creamer I thought was fun as well. This little green color would be very pretty for spring and summer. I didn't bring it home. However, I do believe whoever gets that is going to have a lot of fun with that. And because I do have a lot of paperwork, a lot of receipts, and a lot of things like that, I'm always looking for things like this to kind of hold and file and keep up with my taxes from year to year. But you know, I think now that I have a Goodwill bins, I'm actually going to hold off on that because I think I can find one probably in my Goodwill bins if I'm just patient. I'm just showing y'all this little lantern here. It was really not the best quality. They had $4.69 on it. And then this bracket, because I am looking for some brackets to put on those shelves in the laundry room that I was telling y'all about. I thought, oh, here's some brass ones, but no, I don't know what was going on with that. That did not look like a shelf bracket at all to me. Then I spot yet again another beautiful basket. This one was very large, pretty substantial. It was pretty sturdy. It was clean. It was only $3.69. But I don't know, I carried this thing around for a hot minute, and then right before I got ready to check out, I just noticed that it had quite a bit of damage. So I do end up leaving that, but that would have been a great basket to even put out on your patio to put a big plant in or something like that. I wanted to check out a few of the candles real quick before I head out because I have a spot in the newly remodeled room that I'm wanting to put one. So I do end up finding one from this Opal House brand, which I do believe is a Target brand, and it smells so good. As you can see, it has never been burned. It is brand new. I don't know how much these cost retail in the store, but I can guarantee it's probably more than $1.69. And again, that smells so fresh. And then like I told y'all in the Goodwill while we were thrifting, I did go ahead and bring home this beautiful piece here, and I'm just going to store this for Christmas. I absolutely love this. Like I was telling y'all in the store, this one side has like a dirty spot, so I'm going to try to clean that off, but this side right here is absolutely perfect. This is probably my favorite piece from the third trip into Goodwill that I found. It is so gorgeous. Be sure and come back on Tuesday because I believe that video is the one we are going to start cleaning and decorating with a lot of these thrifted finds in my newly remodeled dining room. We hope y'all have a wonderful evening. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here on Tuesday with a brand new video.